Time to test your knowledge. Name one major U.S. company that lost billions of dollars in revenue, thousands of loyal customers, and the goodwill of shareholders, all in the name of purpose. Not easy, right? You have to turn the clock back to 2014, when CVS made the bold decision to ban all tobacco products from its stores. That bold move was met with both scorn and skepticism. How could a successful business risk going up in a puff of smoke over cigarettes? Had the CEO lost his mind? Well, not quite. In fact, he may have been ahead of his time. CVS's shift away from tobacco sales was, to say the least, the ultimate illustration in taking a stand, of putting a stake in the ground, and putting purpose ahead of profit. And guess what? Today, this health solutions company, rebranded as CVS Health, is doing just fine, thank you very much. In their fight to achieve a tobacco-free generation, oh, they're still bringing it, and winning loyal customers in the process. Of course, taking a stand on a social issue or cause is a risky proposition. But when that stance aligns with the brand's purpose, its value proposition, and the expectations of all stakeholders, that's the secret sauce to elevating a brand. There's no doubt that consumers have high expectations of brands. They can no longer park themselves on the sidelines with their lips zipped amid a changing world. According to a survey by Sprout Social, 70% of consumers want brands to take stands on a political or social issue, and 75% of consumers say that taking a stand demonstrates that a brand cares about more than profit, according to Deloitte. In a recent episode of the Beyond Profit podcast, Jennifer Mulholland, co-owner of Plenty Consultant, shared this great advice on taking a stand.
We're really intentional when we're talking to brands about where are we focusing? Do we have not in our language of a strategic statement, for example? Because wherever we are languaging to, we are building, we are growing. And so it may sound silly, but it's really an important checkpoint to say, okay, what's the highest possibility on offer for our contribution to, world health, to the healing of humanity, to global civilization, to helping Mother Earth and the planet, survive and thrive, and orienting our behavior in an authentic way we can contribute to a better world, ensuring that we're focusing on the right thing and we're not just getting caught in the marketing of the fear-based, consumerism that is rampant, that gets us to buy more, do more, and focus on fear, right. Which is the opposite, I think, that any one of us want to grow. We don't want to grow more fear, right? We don't want to grow more war. We want it to stop. And so challenging and checking ourselves of where our focus is and how we're languaging that is really an aware, aligned, and an intentional choice that comes down to each one of us to make.
And speaking of taking action, Ben & Jerry's has built a thriving business around advancing progressive social change. Yes, it does sell great ice cream, and a big shout out for cookie dough, but it is all about making a positive difference in the world every day. Of course, not every brand can be like Ben & Jerry's. So, if you want to set yourself up for success on taking a stand, consider these 3 tips. First, stay in your swim lane. If you're dipping your toe in the water, make sure the issue or cause is in your brand's sweet spot. For example, if you want to fight climate change, is that mission consistent with your purpose and the values of your customers? Or will it be viewed as a bridge too far? Also, and this is important, are you prepared to make climate advocacy a top priority? Otherwise, you'll be viewed as a purpose washer. And if you're a regular listener of this show, you know that's a big no-no. Second, have courage. Taking a stand is not for the faint-hearted. It often requires fearlessness. Understand that not everyone's going to agree with you, and that's okay, as long as your point of view is sincere and true to the brand's beliefs. Third, seek like-minded partners. If you're not an expert on a particular issue or cause, work with activist groups on the front lines that can support your efforts. This will boost your credibility in the eyes of all stakeholders and build momentum for the cause. Not all brands are well positioned to take a stand, but failing to do so when it makes sense can land a brand in hot water. Be smart, be brave, and make a difference in the world. For the Beyond Profit podcast, I'm Ken Beaulieu.